All right, in international news, China can deploy warplanes and other military hardware in the South China Sea anytime now, says a report by a U.S. think tank. Now, satellite images released by Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative showed that China had largely completed construction of military infrastructure on artificial islands built in the South China Sea. The latest images showed new radar antennae on Fiery Cross and Subi Islands, which means that the deployments can take place anytime soon. For its part, China has denied the U.S. charges that it is militarizing the South China Sea. However, the think tank says China had installed HQ-9 surface-to-air missiles at Woody Island more than a year ago and had deployed anti-ship cruise missiles there on at least one occasion. All right, so this is news coming in from a U.S. think tank which accuses China of militarizing the South China Sea, saying that China can deploy military hardware at short notice. Satellite images released by Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative showed that China had largely completed construction of military infrastructure on the artificial islands it has built in the South China Sea. Now, the latest images showed new radar antennae on Fiery Cross and Subi Islands, which means that the deployments can take place anytime soon. So this is news coming in from the South China Sea region in the ongoing rivalry of maneuvers between the U.S. and China. For its part, China has denied the U.S. charges that it is militarizing the South China Sea. All right, we're now joined by Hindustan Times correspondent Sutirtho Patranobis from Beijing. Morning, Sutirtho, or should I say good afternoon where you are. What do you make of this U.S. think tank report which focuses on Chinese activities in the South China Sea?
Yeah, hi. It's actually good afternoon. It's afternoon here, but I'll get to the point. See, this is the third time, I think, in the last, I would say, 6 to 8 months that this particular Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative has come out with satellite imagery of the South China Sea and, the artificial islands that are being built there. So this is, they have been initially, they said that, they could sort of, see hangars that were being built. Then the next a bunch of satellite photographs showed defense equipment. And now this, where they're saying that, fighter aircraft could possibly be, landed there. It's expected because, China has been gradually, over the last few years, not only building artificial islands there, but it's more or less, they're trying to put up installations there as well. And in fact, Premier Li Keqiang said a couple of days ago that there are indeed defense equipment that's being installed in this artificial island. But he also said that, it's because to maintain, within quotes, navigation of freedom of navigation.
Right, and Sutirtho, if you're still there and if you can hear me, now this think tank report comes ahead of President Xi Jinping's forthcoming visit to the U.S. to meet with his American counterpart, Donald Trump. Now, how much of an impact might this have on their talks in the U.S.?
See, the two countries have been sort of talking about the South China Sea for now, for several years, I would say. And the fact that the U.S. has accused China of militarizing the region, they have accused China of doing it even before. So I'm sure when the two leaders meet in next month, this will be definitely one of the main issues of not only main issues on the agenda, but an issue where the two countries, the two leaders, the diplomats from both sides are likely to spar. And I don't see a meeting point emerging out of the when the two leaders meet on the issue of the South China Sea anytime soon.
Right, Sutirtho, before we let you go, one quick question now. The American rhetoric, the statements coming out of Washington in the last few months, especially on the issue of American policy towards China, insofar as one China policy goes, the telephone call from Taiwanese president to Trump, and also Rex Tillerson's comments that the U.S. will prevent Chinese access to the South China Sea. So all this put together, how do you see the US-China relations shape up going forward? And has the Chinese Foreign Ministry reacted at all to this report?
I'll answer the first question. The second question first. They're yet to react to the report. I don't see them reacting to the report either. I think they'll probably say that it's up to the Defense Ministry to put out a word on this. And as to your first question, I think the problems that have existed between these two countries, it is not new. The South China Sea issue, cyber espionage issues, these are the issues that have been sort of going on for a while. But the two countries also realize that they have to at least, try to keep the differences aside and work out some points where they're thinking with this. I would say that, even though Trump did call, there was a phone call between Tsai Ing-wen of Taiwan. He later called President Xi Jinping, and then he made it clear that America will stick to the one-China policy. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. And I think that the two countries will try to continue to, have a working relationship and work out differences. But some of the differences, I don't see them being worked out anytime soon.
All right, Sutirtho, we will leave it at that. That was Hindustan Times correspondent Sutirtho Patranobis joining us from Beijing.